Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So welcome to part 2 of this video. If you are just now tuning in and you did not watch the video I uploaded yesterday, then please go and watch that first. Things will make a lot more sense if you do watch that one first and then you come over here and watch this one. Yesterday's was a lot longer. I reacted to a lot more of this video, but this is a part 2. I will be reacting to the other half of a Beachbody CEO Zoom call that he did to his reps. So again, go watch part 2, pause it, or not part 2, go watch part 1, pause this, and come back to this after. So this video is going to be where the CEO is speaking with the reps about the new direction of Beachbody and the company in 2023. So this part is going to have not only Carl Daikeler, the CEO, speaking still after 32 minutes of us reacting yesterday, but he's actually going to have 2 top Beachbody reps show up and actually talk on the call too. They only talk for about, I would say, 10 minutes, and then he gets back on and talks a little bit more. The 2 people that are going to be hopping on the call, one of them is a 1-star diamond, and the other one is one of the top Beachbody reps ever. She was one of the first Beachbody reps to ever join the company, and she has been at the top of the company for as long as I know, and I used to be in Beachbody years ago. I was in it for years. Ever since I was in it years ago, she was at the top. So he definitely got a very, very, very top rep to join the call. So with that being said, I'm actually going to be putting this in 1.25 speed, so then it breaks down the video to 18 minutes. So let's get into it.
I've got a few more things that I want to mention, but first I went a little longer than I expected. I want to get some coach perspectives. And as we've been looking at coaches that are having some real outstanding success, I thought I'd bring on a couple. First, one of our longtime leaders. She's just achieved elite for the 8th time, and she'll come on, and 1-star diamond that is really gaining momentum with the business. Please help me welcome 1-star diamond coach. Okay. Thank you for your patience and partners. Just so proud to have you both on here. I'll start with you, Bonnie. I've said a lot, and I'm sure it's a lot to take in, but what I want to get your sense of the opportunity through a veteran coach's eyes. How do you feel about the company, about the brand, and about what we do?
Ooh, loaded question, Carl. And I realize that I'm talking with the CEO, so don't cancel me.
Okay.
But I want to be realistic, right? I want to talk, we're amongst leaders here, and I want you guys to know that this isn't just, me coming on rah, but, I have been here for a long time. And I think I speak to a lot of the leaders in this page where you don't need to convince anybody in this page any more than we have the best possible solution for health and fitness. The best, bar none. I talk about it all the time with my family, with my coach friends. If I was not a partner in this business, I would still utilize the programs and products that we have. And I think that is something so special and so unique in this industry that it just separates us from every other opportunity.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Every MLMer says this. Every single MLMer that I've ever come by in my existence of being in an MLM and reacting to MLM reps, talking about MLMs, every MLM says this. Every fitness MLM says this. So you guys are not being separated by the industry. You're not being separated even by MLMs that are doing the same thing as you when it comes to fitness. Saying this holds zero weight. It just sounds good when you're talking to a bunch of reps that are under you. Plus, most people that I have personally watched leave Beachbody. Everyone that I was in my MLM with that is no longer in the MLM, which is every single person that I know. I do not know one soul that is still actively recruiting and actively selling products in Beachbody. Every single person that I watched leave never bought or used the products again. Ever. None of my friends that I have that are out of the MLM now use the products. And most people that I have watched leave has seen the truth about the company, the truth about the products. They know that their products are overpriced. They know that their products are subpar to the industry in general, the fitness industry. Based on what I've seen, most people who leave don't continue to use the product. So again, I don't think this holds any weight to say this. Every MLMer is going to say this because they want everyone to think their product is so special. They're the only ones in the world that do it.
I feel like I am so proud to be a part of a company that you lead, Carl, because over the years you have shown you're not afraid to innovate in fitness and nutrition. We were all really scared to switch from DVDs to streaming. And now could you even imagine if we were a company still trying to send DVDs in the mail to people? And you led that charge. You told us, don't be afraid. This is where we have to go. And we went. And now with the change to body, I personally feel like I have not felt a shift in the business that has been this powerful since 2015.
So what she just said just now, I feel like shows the fact that they will blindly follow the CEO into anything. Whatever he says, they're going to follow. So every company, I don't know any company really that uses DVDs anymore. It's not this big thing that he did, but I feel like this person is going to make it a big deal to blindly follow the CEO into everything that he does and to trust him and to only listen to him. And that's what I see a lot. I see the top reps looking at this CEO, blindly following him because what? He went from DVDs to online streaming and told you that everything would work out. But I feel like the way she said it, like, oh, we were all nervous, but we just listened to him. We just followed him into it. It was the best thing ever. It just shows me that no matter where he takes the company, what he does, what product he's going to sell, what product he releases, they will always blindly follow him and what he does, no matter if it's harming people or not.
Since 2015, I have not felt this feeling that our fitness and nutrition has been aligned with the business opportunity. We've always had the best solutions. We've always had the best products, and you've always listened and, bent to what the market demanded in that category. And I feel as though we were trying to get the same thing from you and the team for the business opportunity. And I commend you for listening. I really think the change to partner is going to make the business opportunity just as accessible as the name change in body is making fitness accessible to people. You stood up on stage at leadership and told us we need to make everything simple for people to start. We need to make fitness and nutrition accessible to everybody. That Beachbody is more exclusive wording. Body is everybody matters. But then when we looked at the coach opportunity, the word coach made that too exclusive. It unqualified people in their minds from making a income with this business while working on their fitness because they didn't have a certification. They didn't have a following on Instagram. They unqualified themselves, just like people unqualify themselves from fitness when they think, I've got to change my whole life with this total solution pack. I've got to have a beach body in order to join this company. And now with the language of partner, I feel like it's twofold, right? I feel like in the beginning, it removes that exclusivity. It makes the opportunity more inclusive for everybody, right? You don't need to know everything there is to know. That's why we have Autumn. That's why we have Joel. You don't need to know how to be a business person. That's why we have Carl. That's why we have corporate. That's why you have a mentor. You're partnering with someone. And then later on, for bigger leaders, when they develop their businesses, I do feel like it's a more professional word.
So this person stated she really thinks the change to partner from coach is going to make the business opportunity more accessible, that the word coach was too exclusive, it unqualified people in their own minds for making an income because they didn't have the certification, and that people were unqualifying themselves from actually taking the leap to do the business because they were being called a coach. I think people were rightfully unqualifying themselves because you're not qualified to be a coach. You're not qualified to mentor people on their health and fitness journey. And at the end of the day, whether their name is partner, whether their name is coach, no rep in Beachbody should be giving any fitness or nutritional advice. There shouldn't be this partnership where you're above them giving them advice about their fitness and health journey. You're not a real coach. Nobody in Beachbody is a real coach that went through the proper channels to understand health and fitness. Now, there are some people in Beachbody that may actually be certified personal trainers. That's always a possibility that people are like recruiting those kind of people. And those people are a different story because they are personal trainers. But I will still find those personal trainers giving advice on nutrition when they shouldn't be doing that because you're not qualified to do that if you're just a fitness coach. She then said it makes the business opportunity more inclusive. You don't need to know everything and you don't need to know how to be a business person. And I think that's so annoying to see them say that you don't need to know anything about health and fitness to be a rep. That all you need is Autumn. So Autumn is a super trainer in the company. She has been known to be a person that promotes a lot of fad dieting and yo-yo dieting. And she's saying all you need is her. Is Autumn going to be in every single one of your group chats with your customers answering questions? Is Autumn or Joel, the fitness trainer, going to be in every single team page, group chat, accountability group where they can answer your customers when they're asking fitness questions? Same goes for the nutrition. If people are asking nutrition questions, is Autumn the one responding to them or are you the one responding to them? You are. So at the end of the day, yeah, you may have this video from Joel Freeman doing a workout program, but at the end of the day, when those people have questions, they're going to go to their coach, their partner, their mentor, and they're going to expect you to know the answer because you present yourself as someone who is educated in the field. You're not going to be able to reach out to Autumn to ask her these questions. Autumn's not going to be in every single group chat. Joel's not going to be in every single group chat, accountability group, or team page. So at the end of the day, yeah, you should know things about health and fitness. You should know stuff about nutrition if you are going to be having accountability groups, signing people up, and acting as if you are a coach. Because no matter if your name changes from coach to partner, you're still acting as a coach to somebody. You're still answering people's questions. And something that I don't like is she was saying, oh, the word coach was too exclusive. It wasn't inclusive enough, so partner will be. So that just goes to show me that they're not changing anything. They're just changing the name from coach to partner. Everything else is going to be the same. You're still going to act as if you're a fitness coach. You're still going to give advice. So yeah, people should be unqualifying themselves from that position because they shouldn't be in that position. They shouldn't be acting as a coach. Just because you're changing the name from coach to partner doesn't make a difference. I could change my name to Becky. Doesn't make a difference. My personality, the person I am, is still going to be the same, whether my name is Deanna or whether my name is Becky. Same for you. Whether you're called a coach, whether you're called a partner, what you're doing is the same exact thing. And you shouldn't be signing random people up on the internet to do it.
Right? I feel like if I'm in a room full of CEOs, I can hold my own when I say I'm a partner, not, oh, I'm a coach, I kind of coach this, and not to, demean the word coach, because that is the heart of everything that we do. But I feel like we are on the precipice of possibly the biggest boom in business opportunity that we've had since 2015. And I don't say that to blow smoke. I say that because I truly believe it. This past month, I have changed the language on my social media, kind of doing a litmus test of, does partner work? If I talk about it differently, does it convert more? And I'm proud to say I've recruited 23 new partners to the business. And I think this is game changing. I've got coaches who are excited again. Partners, it's going to take a little bit of time to switch that language. And I feel like that needs to be said too. We don't need to stop calling ourselves coaches. I think it's about when and where we choose to use the language and being smart about that. So to answer your question, I think amazing about the business opportunity. And I've been around a long time. I feel like these changes were so necessary.
That was word salad. So you don't need to stop using the word coach. You just need to, on the internet and on your social media, put up this facade that you're trying to sign up partners, but at the core of what that person's going to do is act as if they are a coach, a fitness coach when they join the company. And there's certain times to use the word coach, but at the heart of everything y'all do, you're coaches. So the name change does not matter. Now you're on the internet lying to people because once they join, they're going to act as a coach. They're going to have people sign up. They're going to recruit people. They're going to give people health and fitness advice. They're going to have accountability groups where they're keeping people accountable. They are going to have email lists where they're sending weekly emails out to customers, asking, do they have any questions? Are they on their fitness journey? Do they need more accountability? Things like that. But you're going to lie on the internet saying, oh, join me as a partner. You're trying to just make it sound better when at the core of what you're doing is the exact same thing. You're just trying to make it sound better so you can get people in your MLM. And then once you're in, you're going to teach them what to do as a coach. That's what I'm getting from this. Let me know if you're getting something totally different than that, because she literally just said, we don't need to stop using the word coach. We just need to know when and where to use the language. So it's like, hey, we're going to go on the internet. We're going to tell people they're going to be partners. But when they join, the core of what they're doing is being a health and fitness coach with our company. And we're going to teach them how to do that when they join. So that's just another example on why this name change doesn't actually matter. I'm having mixed emotions about it because I'm like, yes, they should be called partners. They shouldn't be called coaches. But no matter what their name is, if they're doing the same thing, the name change does not matter and will never matter. It's only going to matter when they're trying to recruit people, and then they're going to recruit more people based on a facade, based on a lie. Oh, you're going to be a partner. You're going to partner with us. But then when they get started, you're going to teach them how to be a fitness coach. So you're just presenting something differently to just reel more people in. And then once they're in, you're going to teach them the same stuff that you were already teaching prior reps that you signed up as coaches.
I really appreciate that. Now, Lena, you're pretty new. You sort of bring perspective of customer becoming a coach. When did you join, and what was your experience with us sort of before that? And how was it, and how's it going?
Well, I joined a year ago, and I was at my point of desperation, and Bonnie changed my life. The support, the easy meal plan, I do the 21-day portion fix, so it helps me, or it's always helped me. I didn't know about the 2B mindset until now. So, or until when I started coaching and learning everything. But the programs are so easy for the everyday person. You know, I was this mother that couldn't fit on the slide, that couldn't fit on the swing with my daughter. And I've lost 91 pounds with body, 91 pounds. And I'm a new person again. Like, I am that mother that's running with my daughter. I am helping these other people change their lives. You know, it's just been the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced.
Now that was as a coach a year ago, or a customer a year ago.
Sorry,
So
yes.
so what was it that led to you becoming a coach, and when did that happen?
That was 4 months ago. I became a coach, and Holly, my coach, sent me an email about coaching. And, you know, I knew it changed my life, and I wanted to change the lives of other people. I wanted to pay back what you all had given me. And so that's what changed my mindset. And I also, you know, I had a lot of IVF debt, and this is helping me financially. So it's helping me on a financial level, and also just in a spiritual level, filling my cup, being able to fulfill and find my passion again. So, I mean, this has changed my life in every aspect.
I think Landon, this is so important for people to get this point, because this is what many coaches will face, is people saying, I've got IVF debt, I've got bank debt, I've got whatever debt, I can't afford it. But you flip that script, which I think are positive mindset people do, and they say, oh, I've had an incredible experience with this. I can leverage that, monetize that to help other people and help myself work my way through this debt. How did you make that mental shift, and how are you now using that as, you know, your one-star diamond in just a few months? How are you getting over the fact that, you know, people are complaining about the recession, times are tough out there? How do you get over that obstacle with people?
Everything Carl says, I just can't. So this person said that the company's helping them financially, helping her spiritually. She also has a lot of IVF debt. I'm assuming that she talks about her IVF journey a lot on social media, which can really reel a lot of people in. Women who are going through the same thing and struggling with that will also be reeled into a company like this if individuals like this are using that as their story. So I'm glad that this person is finding something that worked for them. I'm glad that I think she said she lost 91 pounds. She feels amazing. And I'm so happy she, you know, found workout programs and stuff like that she actually wants to do, and that has helped her in her fitness journey. But at the same time, majority of people are not going to find this company to help them. And I'm not talking about the fitness journey. I'm talking about the financial aspect of it, because she talks about that. She said she had a lot of IVF debt and it helped her financially. So I'm assuming she talks about that on social media. Majority of people are going to be harmed financially by MLMs. That's just a fact. That's an FTC fact. That's a studies fact. We see that in every single MLM study that we ever see. We can look at income disclosure statements from every MLM and see that, especially Beachbody's, where 75% of people only make $491, while the average of all reps only makes $3,000 a year. I think it's $3,169 to be exact. So the majority of people that join this MLM are not going to find themselves gaining financially. So yes, while this may have helped her, and I'm happy that she found something that worked for her when it comes to her health and fitness journey, it's hard to celebrate people in MLMs that are at the top that are gaining financially when it's at the hands of people that are losing. It's at the hands of people in her downline, recruiting, buying products. And most of those people are not going to find themselves at the top of the company. So it is hard to celebrate someone or look at someone and be like, good job, when it's at the hands of people who are losing. It feels wrong to do that. So Carl then said, oh, you know, to this person, oh, people around say, I got debt, I can't afford the MLM, but you flipped the script. How did you make that mental shift? Because people are complaining about the recession and that times are tough. And he mentioned the fact that she has a positive mindset, and positive mindset people will always find a way. So the people who say no to an MLM because they can't afford it and they're going through a tough time financially are smart individuals. They are people that probably looked up the facts, they looked up income disclosure statements, they found videos, they found reviews, they found your own statistics that your MLM puts out, and they don't just blindly listen to recruitment calls. They know that the majority of people will never make a living off of MLMs. So they know that it's not a smart decision for them to make when times are tough for most people. It's not smart to give your money to this CEO so he could just make more money, because that's what's happening. You sign up, your upline makes a very, very, very small commissions off of your sign up fee, and then the rest of that profit goes to the company. So it's just wild to see Carl ask these reps these questions when he has seen the facts. He knows how many people make money and how many don't in his company. He has seen the income disclosure statement. He has seen the statistics. basics, but he will still sit here and act as if everybody can do this. And it just goes to show, in my opinion, how shady these MLM CEOs can be.
People.
Well, I feel like they're actually seeing me go through it. They're watching my story. I'm putting my story out there daily. I'm talking about it daily. They're seeing that I'm paying off my debts. They're seeing that this is working for me. And this is not just me saying, hey, you can do this, you can make money. I'm actually doing this and showing them that they can do it also. And I feel like with this, you have to speak from the heart. You have to have a story. You have to have your why. And, share that with everyone. Because if you're not sharing your story, your heart behind it, they're not going to listen. They're not going to believe they can do it. And, going back to the whole coach partner aspect of it, when I started out, it was all, this is 4 months ago, I was trying to find coaches. Couldn't find any because nobody feels like they can do that. They don't feel like they are qualified to do that. I changed here in the past month, changed it to partner, and I've signed so many new people that are actually doing this. They are signing up people. I had another one I talked about today that just hit Emerald, and another one that's going to hit Emerald at the end of the week. And I mean, they are loving it too. I think partner just takes away that stress that they can do. I can partner with you. Yes, we're going to be a team. And, also, I really, truly feel like in everything, this has been a community effort. I'm not against Bonnie trying to steal her people and we're against each other. It's not like that. It's a team. We're motivating each other. We're supporting each other. And there's nothing like that out there that's not, just like head in head, I'm going to beat you type thing. We're out to help the world be an improved version of themselves. We're out there to reach the everyday mom that can't fit on the slide, the young adult that can't wear shorts and all her friends can wear shorts, but she doesn't feel comfortable in her shorts. We're out there to change the lives of the everyday person, and that nobody else out there is doing that.
I can totally agree with that. I really appreciate that.
So she mentioned the community aspect and how everyone's a team and nobody's going up against each other. The thing with that is your uplines make money off of you. They want you to think that y'all are a team. They want people to be in group chats. They want people to be in team pages where you have people motivating each other. They want people to see that other people are signing people up so that those people don't quit, because their paycheck, Bonnie's paycheck, that lady that is on this call that is to the right of Carl, is making so much money off of what her team is doing. She said she just signed up 23 new people the past month. I guarantee that's all recruits. I wonder how much customers she signed up. But at the end of the day, she wants everyone to think that it's a team opportunity, because that is how you make your money. That is how the person that's at the top, that's been an elite coach for 8 years, can continue to be an elite rep, because she needs her downline to be recruiting, and she needs her downline to be buying products for her to hit those requirements. Now, this new person that's on this call is a lot newer. I think they said she was only been in the company like 5 months or something like that. So I know that the stage where she's at, she truly probably believes everything she's being told. She believes that it's a team effort, and she probably doesn't know the truth behind a lot of things with the company, because I find that people who are where she's at probably don't know. I've seen a lot of people in that position who don't. So I'm kind of talking about the other person, the Bonnie person. That person is making so much money off of you, so she wants you to believe that it's a team effort. And that's why they talk about teams so much in the company, because they know that that's what's going to keep people in the MLM, and that's what's going to keep reps at the top of the company, having people below them recruiting and selling product and buying product. She also said there's nothing like this out here that's not head to head. We're all out here to help the world. So again, I truly do think that these reps believe that Beachbody is the only company that you can find support with. I think that a lot of people at the bottom or kind of in the middle of the MLM, probably your 1-star, 2-star, maybe even like 3-star diamonds or diamond rep, those people most likely believe that. They believe that Beachbody is the only company where a community will work together. And the thing is, there's so many places out there that do that Beachbody doesn't talk about, because they want to make it seem as if they're the only company that does this. There are so many even work environments that support each other. There are a lot of support groups on social media for maybe something that you're going through, whether it's for new moms or military spouses. There are a bunch of support groups online that you can be in that want the best for you, that are going to support you, and that will help you succeed and excel in any way that you want without using you for your money. Because at the end of the day, that's what's happening. Uplines need their downlines to spend money and to have people spend money in order for them to make an income. So at the end of the day, those people are using you to get where they need to be. And at the end of the day, uplines are essentially forced into working with a team of people in order to hopefully make money. And when you're in the MLM, you will realize that without a team, without your team rank advancing, without your team recruiting, without your team buying products consistently every single month, you will rarely see exponential growth, if any growth at all. You may be able to sell some products here and there to customers, but to be able to consistently grow and exponentially grow in an MLM, you need people to do that. You need a team to be doing those things. So I think that a lot of Beachbody reps believe that Beachbody is this amazing opportunity, that it's the only community out there that supports you and is there for you, because Beachbody and those top reps do a good job at making it seem that way. And then she said that they're here to change everybody's lives. Nobody's out there doing that, changing the lives of the everyday person. That's not really true, but it's kind of her reiterating what Carl already said. So it kind of just shows me how much, again, that they blindly follow what the CEO says instead of kind of coming up with their own conclusions or thoughts for themselves. So that's why a lot of like what this person is saying kind of reiterates what Carl said, because they go based off of what their CEO is saying and they blindly follow a lot of what he does and says.
Bonnie, how are you talking to potential partners? I mean, you say that, I think you said you've signed 28, 23. I mean, where are you finding them? How, what language are you using in this environment that's so effective for you?
Yeah, I think I had sort of an epiphany at the beginning of the year when I heard some statistics. It was something like 69% of America right now can't afford a $400 emergency. And I think over time, after being, in this leader page and seeing so much massive success, I think I lost the view that an extra $100, $200, $300 can massively change someone's life. And I had stopped talking about that on my social media. And I really think that that was a missed step for me, as well as I realized some of my leaders is not paying attention to, I have something that can really serve people at that level. And it is a massive need right now. So I made a couple changes. I started talking directly about the business on my Instagram again. And to answer your question about where I'm finding people is really, I made a switch to, I'm re-recruiting people within my own ecosystem. Because I feel like over the past, 3 or so-ish years, specifically after the pandemic, right? We had a big boom because we had, we were able to serve so many people with what we had. And then things kind of shifted and we lost a lot of people.
Yes, y'all lost a lot of people because the people that joined around the pandemic were struggling for income. Y'all presented a financial opportunity to them where they can make a lot of money. They tried it and realized they couldn't make any money. That's why y'all lost a ton of people, because it doesn't work, in my opinion, and based off the income disclosure statement.
And I'm retouching base and re-engaging with those people with our new vibe. I personally feel like Body has re-entered the chat. We're about to enter this era where, man, we really stand the test of time. So what I've been doing is trying to serve the people that are already at my table or who have already been at my table prior. So I've reached out to, prior BOD members who have maybe canceled their subscription. I've reached out to, I've combed through my social media. Okay, on past opportunity posts where people have commented, were there people where I was having a conversation and that conversation seemed to fall off? And can I re-engage that conversation? How do I serve the people who were once interested and then they lost interest? Because we do have a whole new way to serve them now.
Got it. And, I think that's so powerful because we take for granted that people, just like they do with gyms or like they do with eating plans, they sort of come and go. And if we acknowledge that flexibility and that that's just life, then it could be just a matter of us acknowledging that and welcoming people back. Not like it's some big mea culpa or doesn't have to be this big obstacle. It'd just be like, hey, are you ready to come back? Almost for granted, like, we're here and we've made some amazing changes. We've been evolving. You had a great experience. Let's get you started again.
Two things that Bonnie said I wanted to talk about. She first said that there was a statistic she's seen that around 69% of Americans right now cannot afford a $400 emergency. I'm not sure if that statistic is right, but I do think it's around 50 to 70, but I can't remember the exact statistic. So yes, I do agree. Large percentage of Americans can't afford a $400 to $500 emergency. They don't have an extra $400 to $500 in their account that they just have sitting there that they can spend if their tire blows out or they have some sort of emergency. They won't be able to afford that. They'll have to put it on credit cards and things like that. MLMs like to tell people that they could be the solution for that. Your MLM most likely will not help them afford any sort of emergency, will not let them pocket that much money at the end of the year to save it in order to have it for an emergency. Because not only do these reps need to buy products every month and stuff like that, they then need to profit at the end of the day. So expenses minus what they're making. And that's not happening for most people. Most people are not at the end of the year able to profit off of multi-level marketing companies. As the FTC states on the website where they talk about MLMs, they state that most people who join MLMs make little or no money, some even lose money. They also say that you might think with your willingness to work hard, you can earn substantial income through the MLM. In fact, most people who join MLMs and work hard make little or no money, and some of them lose money. Plus, again, if we look at Beachbody's income disclosure statement, 75.5% of reps make that $491 annually, while the average rep makes $3,169 a year, not including expenses. So let's actually look at Beachbody's base expenses. Most of the time, this is what Beachbody reps are going to spend their money on. There's going to be additional expenses like trips, which trips can cost anywhere from $900 to $1,000 per trip. I know that one year I went on 3 or 4. So at the end of the year, imagine going on trips and everything like that. But I just want to go over Beachbody's base expenses. So first, they have the monthly business fee. For the US, it's $15.95. For Canadians, it is $20. That comes out to, for people in the US, it comes out to $191 point something dollars a year. So $191 a year. Plus the product requirement, which every single month you need to have 90 PV or more in order to hit Success Club and everything like that. So that means you're going to have to buy a performance pack, or most likely Shakeology, because that's what they promote the most. That's going to come out to about $1,200, give or take. That doesn't include shipping cost or taxes or anything like that. I'm going just based off the base amount that you will, or the minimum amount that you're going to spend on products for the PV requirements. Then the BOD membership is $119 a year. So if we add up business fee, BOD membership, and the product requirements, that totals out to $1,510 a year. Again, not including trips, which will cost you anywhere from $900 to $1,000 or $1,100. So just based on expenses, not including trips, the average person will make and profit $1,658 a year, which totals out to $138 a month. If you actually added trips on that, if you added the summit trip that they have onto that, the average person will be making even less than $138 a month. That also doesn't include new product releases. Every new product that they release, Beachbody is going to make sure that you buy it, because the Beachbody reps at the top of the company tell you that you are a crappy business owner if you do not buy that new product, because how could you sell that new product if you don't personally try it? So say they have 3 or 4 product releases from January to December, even more expenses, say they're $20, $30, $40 each. Then you have the trips that you're going on. Then you have other expenses. A lot of people are paying for apps on their phones. I know I was paying for Facetune and things like that, which were like $70 a year. And then you have things like Canva. They want you to have Canva so you can make nice edits for your Instagram. That will run you a little over $100 a year. So you have all of these little expenses that they never will ever talk about. That is going to make the average person make less than $138 a month. So how at the end of the year, not including all those extra expenses I talked about, how is that going to make someone be able to save for a $400, $500 emergency? Most people won't, especially that 75.5% of people who make an average of $491 a year. They're already in the negative when you look at their profit margins. So no, your MLM for the average person is not going to help their financial situation. Then she said that she's re-recruiting people within her own ecosystem. So not only are people that are random individuals on the internet a target for MLMs, but watch out. If you've ever been in her MLM before, a BOD subscriber, a rep, she's coming back for you. She's coming back.
Now I wonder, Lena, if anything, I know you've been talking to the category pirates a little bit. You've spoken to Eddie, who's one of the guys who's behind this idea of the dessert, what they would call the niche down, to the eat more dessert to help reach people who aren't ready for the total solution. I wonder if anything that I've said or that you've talked about with the category guys has changed the way you might go about the business or run your team.
I believe it's huge being able to go out there and promote dessert, because like you said, everybody is looking for a dessert. Everyone is looking for something that's fat-free, low fat, but they're not choosing the right things. They're picking things that have no nutritional value or high in sugar. And, a lot of what even Eddie has taught me is going out there and putting like, here's what we do, or here's what you have bought before versus what we do. Here's the nutritional value and what we have versus what, they have. And, I've been putting that in my reels. And I think my dessert reels get so much views. Like, it's crazy. These people viewing these dessert reels, like they love it. I bet I've posted my brownie bite dessert like 5 times. And every time it gets, it's just crazy how many people are viewing this. And for them to be able to know, and especially with the whole, as a partner, you can sign up and now we can get Success Club points from actually getting people just to buy the Shakeology and different things is huge on our part. And it's huge as we are recruiting these partners. That way they can actually make income from just selling the product. And that may be all that they want to do.
Yeah.
So going out there and really pushing products, it's so easy when you're saying dessert. And so many people don't like shakes. And that's okay. They don't have to like shakes, but everybody likes dessert. I don't think I've ever met a person that doesn't like dessert. Yeah. So I really feel like Eddie has really talked to me about really putting out there what you're eating versus what you can have, what we have to offer versus what you're taking into your body.
So this dessert thing is being talked about like it is some end all be all. Ain't nobody in the world doing it. Only us. We're amazing. We thought of this innovative concept. They did not. They're doing the same thing they always did. They always had Shakeology recipes that you could make desserts out of or even foods out of by using the powder. She's then said that a lot of people are picking things that are high in sugar that have no nutritional value for dessert. Again, I do think that there are a lot of people at home that like to make home versions of desserts, which are amazing. And a lot of people like to do that because when you go and buy products at the store, you may not know what's in them. Maybe you have allergies, so you want to make products at home and you prefer that. I know I have a gluten allergy. Can't really find many desserts out there that are good. So a lot of the stuff we make will be like desserts at home. So I get that a lot of people are doing that. But when you look at the recipes for at-home desserts, people are using real things like chocolate and peanut butter, not using Shakeology as a replacement for like their peanut butter and their chocolate because it doesn't taste like actual peanut butter and chocolate. So when you have a craving for chocolate and peanut butter and all of those things, making Shakeology desserts are most likely not going to satisfy you and satisfy your cravings. On top of that, even if you don't want to make desserts at home and you want to just go out and get dessert, there's nothing wrong with having a cookie, a piece of cake, a piece of cheesecake, chocolate bar, or having something with sugar in it. They all make it seem like it's the worst thing in the world to do, that you cannot just go and have a chocolate bar. You can't just eat a regular cookie that's at the store. And I feel like this rhetoric is going to be harmful to specific groups of people because a lot of people struggle with their relationships with food. And by listening to this, they're going to probably or most likely start thinking, oh, well, that dessert that I would go and buy, that's bad for me. I can't have that. I can't just eat a piece of cake. I have to go home and I have to make this dessert that doesn't actually taste like the cake I want to eat, but I have to do it because that food's bad for me. This food's good for me. So I feel like it's going to put people in a rocky place. Those who struggle with a relationship with food could be further hurt by this type of rhetoric. She also said that her dessert reels are getting a lot of views, like dessert reels on Instagram. I could definitely see why, because Instagram is pushing out reels like nothing before. 90% of my reels are coffee. It's literally me holding my coffee, me going to a coffee shop, me stirring my coffee, me making my at-home coffee. Like I literally have coffee reels that have like 70,000 views just of me stirring my coffee. So yeah, Instagram is pushing out reels like nothing before.
Awesome. Well, look, we'll get more into the dessert as we go. We're sort of packaging that. The team is working on packaging that, so it's even easier to represent. But I appreciate the fact that you're promoting to the other coaches and partners here that it is incredible content for conversation starters. You're meeting people where they're at. So I'm so grateful that you've been open to that. And actually, the reason that we introduced you obviously to the guys was I wanted them to have the thoughts and feedback from coaches from the field so that we align, so that they're not just doing it in some ivory tower and steering some of this. So look, I'm gonna let you both go. I appreciate the amount of time you've given me here today, but I gotta keep it moving or I'm gonna get yelled at by my bosses. So, okay, let's wrap up. Here's the way to look at this moment in time. It does us no good to look backwards. Everything has changed. Technology has changed. The demeanor of society has changed. The business has changed. And in fact, the opportunity has changed. It's expanded. By making smart, decisive moves, we are actually opening up this opportunity to more people than ever before in our history. You thought it was good in 2013, 14, and 15? Just wait till you see what's coming. And at the exact moment of this growth is when people need to create additional income for their families more than ever. So tens of millions of people who would have never considered this opportunity will have the term partner and a simplified approach to healthy lifestyle change with the total solution, including their mindset, and have the ability to monetize that decision for themselves by bringing others to the experience.
If only there was a true opportunity for everyone to make money for their families. If only. I think I've talked enough about that so far.
Or even simpler, if people are only enamored of the idea of making delicious, creative, easy superfood desserts, they can come into the business and make that their niche. Hand out healthy, soft, delicious, no-bake superfood cookies and see how many people can't believe they're healthy. I think that's a business opportunity unto itself and expands our appeal exponentially. And all that means
I'm so over this whole, this is a healthy food, this isn't. Some stuff just has more nutritional value than other things. And your superfood shake has a bunch of crap in it, in my opinion. Like, if you look at the ingredient list, it isn't all natural stuff that you know every single ingredient and can Google every single one and understand them. It's just a protein shake. It is literally just a $130 protein shake that you could find anywhere in the world. You can find a protein shake that is way cheaper than that with less ingredients, organic if you're into that thing. But I'm so over this whole, this is a healthy dessert and this one is unhealthy for you and you shouldn't be eating that. There is nothing wrong with having a piece of cake if you want a piece of cake. Now I'm clearly talking, I know I get these comments a lot when I talk about nutrition. I'm talking about the base person in the world. I'm not talking about someone who may have diabetes or, some sort of health issue that it makes it an issue for them to have dessert or to have a piece of cake, or say an allergy where you can't have those things. I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking about just your average individual on a daily basis can have a piece of cake if they want a piece of cake, So if you have some sort of allergy or medical issue that you can't have those things, that's a totally different story. And you're valid in that because you have something medical that's going on with you that you can't have those items, which I totally get.
More opportunities for you to help people, to earn more, and to feel great about this community that we're building. Body. It's already been an exciting start of the year. Coach's Earning Success Club points, it's up 100% compared to last month. We're already building momentum, and we're literally just getting started with this new model. We need to continue to take that into February, bring in business-minded partners, ambitious people who want to create financial opportunity for themselves. And every person on this call should be working to take advantage of the Success Club executive promotion and making sure that your teams are doing the same. We are on the verge of an explosive period of growth, gang. You can sit on the sidelines and question it and cross your arms and go, show me, or you can participate in it, add momentum to it, and help us spin the carousel, spin the flywheel. By simplifying the business, simplifying the offers we have with the Essentials Pack. Geez, I didn't even talk about that. Okay, well, they'll start training on the Essentials Pack soon enough. But it's basically the Shake and Hustle Pack in a box. But we're opening the door to more people and building our brand as the company who honors people for showing up and pays the people who help us help those people, reward them for helping us help people. Body is the only company in the world that gives people the opportunity to monetize their fitness and nutrition choices by helping others do the same. The only company in the world. It's a real privilege and it takes work. But what incredible work when you do it with a mindset of service. We offer one of the most competitive opportunities with an incredibly generous and competitive commission structure in the industry. We have the most positive, caring people taking the lead to make this opportunity meaningful. And I'm so proud to work alongside of all of you with this. And I can't wait to see how we can work together to take advantage of this moment in time. Starting right here, right now. We can do this. We can build this. And it's going to be magnificent. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks to Christina Delgado for kicking off this week yesterday. Thanks to Bonnie and Lena for joining me. And thank you for your patience and continuing to believe in the power of what we do. Thank you for your leadership. And here's to a great 2023.
Just know, the only thing I want to touch on is where he said, I wrote it word for word because I thought it was funny. Building our brand as the company who honors people for showing up and pays the people who help us help those people reward for helping us help people. Huh? He's pretty much just trying to say that they are the only company in the world that gives people the opportunity to monetize their fitness and nutrition choices by helping people do the same, and that they pay people who do that. Not only are there a million fitness MLMs out there that do exactly what you're doing, they say the exact same things that you're saying, but there are actual companies out there that aren't MLMs that actually pay influencers to do those things. And the thing is, Beachbody doesn't sit here and pay people for helping the company. They only pay people when somebody buys a product or signs up with the MLM, and then people are buying or selling products. They don't just pay people for bringing in customers. If they did do that, if they did just, what did he say? He said, we give people the opportunity to monetize their stuff. We show up and pay people who help us help people. If they actually did that, they would be compensating them. They would be compensating these MLM reps for everything that they do. The endless hours these reps are just promoting their company for free. The endless hours that these reps are spending to learn new ways to promote his company. The endless money that these MLM reps are putting into his requirements that he put upon them. Instead, they're taking all that free advertisement and they're taking what these reps do for granted, because it would take a lot of money to go out there and get actual influencers and pay them just to promote the company. It would cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to pay influencers to do that. And I've seen Beachbody do it. I have seen Beachbody hire very large influencers for their company to promote their company. They could be doing this for their reps, but instead they take their reps for granted and they barely pay any of them. Again, the average person makes $3,000 at the end of the year, not including expenses. So are they really giving people opportunities to make money? Are they really paying people what they deserve to be paid to promote their company? I feel like the CEO likes to sit on his high horse all day long, saying that he's changing lives and rewarding those that help him and help his company, and that his company is the only one doing this when they are not even doing that to begin with. It's wild. I find this company to be very greedy, and I find MLMs to be very greedy. Woo! That was a lot. These 2 days have been a lot. These have been like hour videos for both of them. So let's conclude. I have bullet points of my conclusion. So one, I think in conclusion, all Carl cares about, and let me preface my conclusion is my opinion. And every video when I make a conclusion aspect, that's my opinion based on what I just seen. So Carl, this is my opinion, okay? So in my opinion, all Carl cares about is his profit, nobody else's. He will sit here and he will make it seem like he cares when I don't think that he truly does, and that's my opinion. As long as you are making him more and more money, he's happy. He's going to make it seem like he's the happiest person in the world and his company is the best company in the world. But on the flip side, when we talk about this rebranding from coach to partner, Beachbody to body, having people eat Shakeology desserts when they already had that as a thing, I feel like it's all BS to me. I feel like all they're doing is making some name changes, but they're doing the exact same thing. They're using the exact same products. They're using the exact same Beachbody reps. They're using the exact same old workout programs on top of just adding body blocks that we talked about in yesterday's video. So they're just adding 3-week programs within programs that they already have. But then people have to pay an additional charge for that. So you're having to even spend more money in this whole rebranding aspect. I just think it's the same old Beachbody. It's just repackaged differently. And all of these reps are going to eat it up. And they're truly going to believe that this CEO cares about them, and they will believe that this company cares about them. They will believe that they can make substantial income and that everyone that they recruit can also do the same, even though the company's numbers prove otherwise. But when do you really see the company talk about that? When do you see these reps talking about the numbers in the income disclosure statement? When do you see these companies and these CEOs talking about what the FTC says about MLMs? You don't. So most reps are going to believe this, and they're going to believe this company when they say that they can make substantial income from it. And most reps that are in the MLM aren't going to go out of their way to find these numbers, because most of these reps don't even know what an income disclosure statement is. I know I didn't know what an income disclosure statement was until I left the company or was about to leave and was doing research, because I felt things were really sketchy. Things were going in that direction of, I think things are sketchy, let me look into it. And I learned what an income disclosure statement was. I learned that the FTC has certain rules on MLMs. I learned those things, but a lot of reps aren't going to look into it because they don't know to. They don't know to look into it. They don't know the numbers. They don't know what income disclosure statements are or what the FTC says about MLMs or health claims and all of that stuff. They don't really know because they're not told to look for those things. They're just going to listen to the top reps and the CEO at the end of the day and believe every single thing that they tell them. Woo! And that is it, y'all. That is it. Have y'all seen my shirt? It says, "Over it," with little Stitch dumping his coffee. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel right now. So let me know what y'all thought from part 1 to part 2. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you all have an amazing Friday when this is going up. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. So excited for all of the content to come. I have a lot of good things coming, a lot of influencer scam content that I am having to do a lot of research into to make sure I got everything correct. So yeah, I'm very excited. So don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in next week's videos. Coach to partner. Delete. So the people that say no to an MLM because they can't afford it are going, ugh. So I think that yes, that's, no. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. And I got 30 minutes before I got to leave for work. Look at that.